The temple reacted the moment Daniel brought the device back into the central chamber. At first it was subtle, a faint vibration beneath his feet, then a low hum, not the same hum he had heard before in the depths, but something deeper, resonant, as if the stone itself had awakened. Daniel froze. "You're still alive," he whispered, not to the creature but to the place. The carvings along the walls began to glow, not brightly, just enough to reveal lines he had never noticed before, hidden etchings beneath layers of time, patterns connecting symbols, pathways. The spirals, they weren't just markers, they were circuits. Daniel stepped back as a thin beam of light traced across the wall, following the spiral patterns from one carving to another. To it moved like a pulse, traveling through the temple. "Signal," he said. The word came without thinking. This place wasn't just a refuge, it was a transmitter. A distant rumble rolled across the sky. Daniel turned sharply. The forest outside had gone still, no birds, no insects, nothing. He ran to the upper platform, climbing the worn stone steps 2 at a time. When he reached the top, he saw it. The sky wasn't empty anymore. Far above the canopy, something moved, not like a plane, not like anything he had ever seen. It didn't fly, it hovered, silent, smooth, a dark shape against the fading light, almost blending with the clouds, watching their back. Daniel said, his voice barely a breath. The hum intensified behind him. He turned. From the highest point of the temple, a column of light erupted, not a beam shooting upward, but a steady, focused glow rising into the sky. Faint at first, then brighter, a signal the temple was calling. Daniel's heart pounded. "No, wait! What are you doing?" he shouted, though he knew no one would answer. The carvings had warned him. This place had been used before. A signal had been sent, and something had answered. The object in the sky shifted. It tilted just slightly, then began to descend. Daniel ran back down the steps into the chamber, grabbing what little he had. His spear, the blade, the device. The walls pulsed with light now, the spirals glowing brighter, faster. "Think," he muttered. "Think." The carvings, the evacuation paths, the spirals leading outward. They weren't just escape routes. They were fail-safes. He raced through the corridors, following the same sequence he had decoded before, but now in reverse, out, away, behind him. The temple grew louder, alive. A sharp sound cut through the air. Not thunder, not wind, something else. A high-frequency tone like the one in the recording. Daniel flinched, his ears ringing. "Scanning," he whispered. "They're scanning again." He burst out of the temple into the open clearing. The beam of light still shot upward behind him, piercing through the canopy, marking the temple's location like a beacon, too visible, too obvious. The object above had come closer now, much closer, its shape clearer, not 1, 3. Daniel's chest tightened. "This is bigger than before." The forest reacted. Animals fled. Birds scattering violently, distant roars echoing as predators abandoned territory. Everything was running, everything new. Daniel looked back at the temple, at the light, at the signal that was calling them in. They used this to warn, he said, or to fight. He gripped the device tightly. Then something clicked, the beam, the carvings, the circuits. The temple wasn't just sending a signal. It was responding. This isn't a beacon, Daniel realized. It's a system. The hum shifted pitch. The light intensified, and for a brief moment the air above the temple distorted. One of the hovering objects stopped, paused as if blocked. Daniel's eyes widened. "It's not calling them." He stared back at the glowing structure. "It's pushing them away." The ancient people hadn't built this to escape. They built it to resist. A surge of energy pulsed outward from the temple. The air rippled. The nearest object flickered, unstable. Daniel took a step forward, realization hitting him all at once. They didn't lose, he said. They held them off. But only here, only in this place. The other 2 objects adjusted position, adapting, learning. The hum changed again, this time sharper, more aggressive. Daniel tightened his grip on the device. "If this is a defense system," he said, breathing hard, "then I need to learn how to use it. Behind him, the temple pulsed with ancient power. Above him, something not of this world prepared to respond. And for the first time since the beginning, Daniel wasn't just trying to survive. He was standing at the center of something far bigger, a war that had happened before and was about to begin again.